Hi everyone, this is Julia from Wag Your Tail Grooming. I'm here with you with my dog Lily. I've had a couple people ask me how they can trim their golden retriever's feet. So I thought I would stop by and tell you or show you how I trim Lily's ears and her feet. I like a golden retriever with a really tight ear. They're not a spaniel even though they're in the same group. I like their ear. I don't like when the top of their ear hair flops over. I like it to be nice and tight, like more like a show dog. So when I'm trimming Lily, come here girlfriend, I like to trim the insides of the ear flaps right here. And I would sometimes, here, can you move your head there? I'll take my clippers sometimes, but if you don't have clippers, you can just take your scissors. I'm using thinning shears and just get all of that hair trimmed down. I know it tickles a little bit. I'll show you how I do it. If I'm using my clippers, I put a number 10 blade on my clippers. And I just, can you see? I just get all that off right there. And let's see, go on this side. She's just got all this hair here. She's such a good girl. And I get all of that out. That way it opens up the ear canal a little bit. Dogs with floppy ears have a tendency to get ear infections. So I feel like in my head, that makes me feel better about her not getting an ear infection. And she doesn't get many anymore at all. So when I'm scissoring Lily's ear to keep them nice and short, I take all of this hair on the side and trim it down. And then I take my straight shears, which is what probably, if anybody has grooming scissors, this is probably what you have. I take my straight shears and just go up and get the tips of her ears there. Now, if you happen to have thinning shears, it gives it a more natural look if you just go in with your thinning shears. You just have to be really careful. I have my fingers on the flap of her ear, on the actual ear leather, so that I'm not actually accidentally cutting her ear. So I know that anything from there out is just hair. So I like the thinning shears because I feel like it gives you a more natural look to the outside edge of her ear. And to get all of this long hair off, which you don't really need, and to me, getting this off makes it look neater, I take my thinning shears and I go under all of that hair and I'm just thinning it out. I'm trying to get it about the length, or at least using that as a guide. And then I'll go in with my comb and comb it down and see, to me this is looking not even or together. So I'll take straight shears and just lightly get that. I feel like it blends it better. And then I'll go in again. I lift up the flap like so. And then just start thinning all of that out. Like even back here with all of this. That all gets thinned out. So it looks, you can see with her ear, it looks more natural. I'll get it a little more right here. Some people will take a longer tooth clipper blade and go over the top of it, but I think you get a more natural look if you're using thinning shears and going over the top of her ear like I did there. This would be her 3-week-old not trimmed ear with all of this long hair hanging out there. Good girl. And then this would be her ear today. If I find that it's getting a little long in front, I take my thinning shears and just give that a little bit of a trim. Again, I use my thinning shears a lot on her ears because I'm looking for something natural. I don't want a lot of harsh lines on her ear. And then we'll go over and we'll do the other one. All right, so let's see. You can see that ear. Grab my comb. And I'll just scissor all of this hair off. See how it made a line like that? It'll look that line. If you don't have thinning shears, you're stuck with that in her hair. And I'll show you with thinning shears how to get that out. So I'll just go with my thinners and go right along the edge of her ear. And try to keep it short and clean and as natural as possible. All right, so I got a line in her hair. Here, look, show them the line that I mixed up. There you go, she has a line. But if I fold her ear like that on the side and just go through, and I'm trying to go under the hair, not over the top. I'm taking my scissors and just actually going under. And then I'll comb it down and see what it looks like. Here's this line. I'll just thin that out. See, the line's gone. And her ear looks cleaner and more natural. More of what a show dog would look like with the shorter ears. And nice and neat and tidy. Again, keeping the hair as thin on the ears or as shorter on the ears as possible. And in the insides of her ear flap here to try to keep all of that empty so we can prevent ear infections. There you go, Miss Lily. I think you like your short ears. Well, I love your short ears. Hi, everybody. Okay, so to do Lily's feet, I like to take a number 40 blade on my clippers. And see, she's got all this hair. It's been 3 weeks, so she's got some. And I take the 40 blade and just try to get that hair shorter. Sometimes dogs get mats in here, so I like to feel and make sure that she's not matted. She's good. I'll show you on her back foot. If you don't have clippers, there we go. Again, I like to put my elbow under the dog's butt. Here you can see. My elbow's under her butt so that it's supporting her. But I'll pick up her foot. I'll fluff up all of this hair in here, and my scissors are flat with her foot pads, so I'm not going to cut her feet. And if you have scissors, then you can just trim all of that hair, just to make it shorter. Okay, so to trim the back of Lily's front foot, I take all of this hair and pull it down to there. All of this right here, I trim with my scissors. I try to get anything that's around that pad. That way her feathers, when I comb them, aren't hitting the table, and it just keeps her a little bit cleaner. All right, oops, there we go. There's Lily's front feet. All right, so I take all the hair on her front feet. I use my slicker brush and brush it all up. And then I take my straight scissors and try to get the longer hair off. the shape that you're eventually trying to make is a round ball. Sometimes, like, she likes to lick her feet, she gets that in there. Okay. So then, to make it look even more natural, I'll go through again, fluff it all up, and go in with my thinning scissors. I love this to tickle today. Try to get the edges. And again, I'm just going around in a circle. Then I like her to put it on the table so I can see how it looks when she's naturally down. Oops, sorry. She's got a long hair right here. There we go. Trim that up. All right, so then I'll come around to the other side. And I'll do the same thing again. I'll gather all of the hair at the back of her ankle. Trim that. So once you put your foot down, your feathers aren't hitting the ground. And then I'll take my slicker brush and brush all of this hair up. Now I could take my thinning shears and do the whole thing. I'm impatient. I like to get it done faster. So I try to take the top stuff off with my straight scissors. And then I finish it off with my thinning shears. And again, you're not trying to go too far in so it all looks as natural as possible. I like just kind of fluff up. Sometimes they get these long hairs like right there. Oops, sorry, you can't see. Sometimes they get long hairs in here, so I just fluff those up a little. Then I'll let her put her foot down and see what I've missed. Again, there's always hair here in her dew claws. Good. That's her front foot trimmed, front feet trimmed up. See them from the side. And then we'll go around to the back, and I'll do the same thing back here. We go on the inside. I'll take my comb and fluff up all of this hair back here. Now a show dog would have longer hair back here, but again, I like Lily to be nice and short because we go outside and play a lot. It's monsoon season, like forever here. So she brings in lots of mud, and I want to be able to just wipe it off her feet real quick. So I'll trim up that one. I already did that side earlier. And again, the same with their back feet. I'll fluff all of that up. Take my long scissors, or my straight ones. Get that off. I also like to go sometimes right to the edge of their foot pad, so it's nice and round. And then I'll take my thinning shears and get the remaining parts. The thinners, again, make it look a little more natural. You don't get as many straight lines. It erases some of the straight lines that your straight scissors might have given you. To make her foot look nice and round and neat. Fluff all of it up. Take my scissors, scissor around her foot. Sometimes if I can't get under, then I'll just lift it up. And fluff it up again. Take my thinning shears. They're kind of like an eraser for straight lines. And go in. So that's how you trim a dog's feet and face, or feet and ears on a golden retriever. I showed you guys last week how to trim a dog with curly hair, Archie. Remember Archie? He was such a good sport. How to trim a dog's face, but I just wanted to show you on Lily because you can see better. So if she had hair that came over here, I would put my scissors right here on the bridge of her nose and trim it down. That way she won't get mom bagged. If I went along this side, I know though, you never have this done. If I went angled like this, she would get mom bags here. And same with if she had hair that grew here. If she wasn't a golden retriever, if she was a doodle, I would put my scissors flat with her face and trim there. I know you never have that done. You're being very good about it. Anyways. Hopefully that makes your home grooming a little bit easier. We'll see whenever I can open up again. I don't know. I get questions all the time. When are you opening? I don't know because the governor hasn't said when we can open up again. Maybe we can turn yellow in Center County and he'll let groomers become available to be open again. I have no idea. It's a day by day. We'll see how everything goes. Until then, I hope you guys enjoy the videos and the pictures of my two dogs. If you have any questions or if there's anything that you want me to show you on how to do, I can try to see what I can come up with. Again, check out the shirt initiative that I've posted. This is the gray one. It says Wag Your Tail Grooming, and a portion of the proceeds from that go, directly to me. I get a check every week from them from the sales for that week of my shirt. It's a great way to promote local businesses that are participating in it to try to keep them afloat while they don't have a paycheck coming in because they're not allowed to work. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great afternoon, and I will talk to you later. Lily says bye. Says bye, everybody. Love you too. Bye.